Getting ready to do some VR. This is what I look like when I do VR. Here's a little trick for finding the square root of a number that's not a perfect square. If you don't have a calculator, if you have any math questions, you can email them to franktutor@outlook.com. You need ACT or SAT prep or help with your math class. You're just getting ready for a test and you have a question on your test review. You don't know how to do it. Send me an email, no charge for that. But if you want tutoring sessions to prepare for SAT or ACT or regular tutoring for your math class, drop me an email, franktutor@outlook.com. All right, let me put this over here. Get rid of that. And okay, how can I find the square root of a number that's not a perfect square if I don't have a calculator, the approximate? Well, 31. I know it's going to be between 5 and 6 because 5 squared is 25 and 6 squared is 36. But what if I want a closer approximation? Well, take that perfect square that's smaller than 31. That's 25, and that's 5 squared. And then subtract them. 31 minus 25 is 6. Put that in the top of a fraction. 5 and 6 somethings. And then take the square root that's larger, or the perfect square that's larger than 31. Closest is 36. Subtract this smaller perfect square from it. 36 minus 25 is 11. So the estimate is 5 and 6/11ths. And let me see this. Now, I know I said I don't have a calculator. Well, I'm just going to use Desmos to show that this is indeed close. So the actual square root of 31 is 5.5677, etc. 5.54 or 5.55 if rounded. Very close. It's accurate to 1 decimal and pretty close to 2 decimals. So that's pretty good. Why don't I just write 5 6/11ths in Desmos, the mixed number, because it doesn't display the value of it. I need the value of it to make sure these things are accurate. All right, that was 31. I'm going to try 42. I'll do another example. Finding a square root. You can turn this into a trick at a party. I can find a square root. Name a number from 1 to 100. I'll tell you what the square root is. So let's see. And I won't use a calculator. And I'll bet you $5. Who knows? Or you say to a policeman, okay, I know I was speeding, but you'll give me a ticket. But if I can find the square root of some number you name between 1 and 100, then don't give me a ticket. Who knows? Maybe it'll work. All right, here's 42. The smaller square root that's closest to it is 36. That's 6 times 6. 42 minus 36 is 6. The larger one is 49. 49 minus 36 is 13. So the estimate is 6 and 6/13ths. So let's check it out. 6 and 6/13ths, just showing that this is accurate. And the square root of 42. Square root is 6.48074, etc. And 6 and 6/13ths is 6.461538. Pretty accurate, at least to 1 decimal place it's exact. It's only off by 2 hundredths. All right, so there's that one, 36. Let me try 107. 107. 100 is the nearest perfect square that's smaller than that. That's 10 squared. 107 minus 100 is 7. And then 11 times 11, 121, is the smallest perfect square that's bigger than it. So 121 minus 100 is 21. 10 and 7/21ths. 10 and 7/21ths. And this is a square root of 107. The actual square root, 10.34408. The estimated, 10.333333333 forever. Well, that's not bad. Pretty close. All right, now I'm going to do 401. Now, even if you don't know the perfect squares closest below and above, you can easily figure it out by doing some multiplication. So 20 squared is 400. And then this would be 21 squared. I have to multiply that. 441. So the fraction is 401 minus 400 is 1. 441 minus 400 is 41. 20 and 1, 41st. So 401, I'll do the square root just to prove it. 401. 20 plus 1 over 41. 20.02498. etc. is the actual square root, 20.02439. So this one's accurate to 3 decimal places. Not too bad. I'm going to do an even larger one. I'm going to try 10,137. 100 times 100 is 10,000. So that's 10,000. And the difference is 137. Now, what's 101 times 101? And it's much quicker to do multiplication than it would be to try to figure out a square root without a calculator. So this is 10,201 minus 10,000 is 201. 201. So it's 10 and 137, 201, 201st, 201s. I don't know how to say it. 201sts. I guess 201sts. Well, let me try it out. 10,137, and then I get 100 plus 137 over 201. The actual number is 100.68266, etc. 100.68159, etc. is the estimate. So accurate to 2 decimal places, pretty good. So that's it. That's the method for finding square roots of numbers. Turn it into a parlor trick. Tell people name a number from 1 to 100, and I will find the square root of it. I will find an estimate for the square root of it that's very, very accurate. And make a bet somehow that you can do it and win something. Free dinner, something. If you need help with math, SAT or ACT tutor, or help with your math class, or just have a question about a math worksheet, one question on it, franktutor@outlook.com. No charge. I'll answer your emails generally by the next morning, but if you want tutoring, that comes with a charge because I have to spend a lot of time with you for tutoring. So franktutor@outlook.com. But now you have a method for finding the square root of a number that's not a perfect square when you don't have a calculator.